call them web clipping. You create notebooks, online notebooks, and you can browse notebooks that people have set up themselves. I use this with my 7th graders. I'll show you what I've created. We do a little unit on Africa, and researching is a big problem. And if I ask them to go on the internet, even though we spend a lot of time learning how to evaluate sources, I get all kinds of travel sites and really bad internet resources. So I got so tired of it last year, I was looking for something that I could actually share the link to them. And then you create a binder. It has all the web pages that you want them to go to all lined up. You can upload your own documents and things. So I'll show you, we did a little thing on Mansa Musa, and who was a West African king, and he did the pilgrimage to Mecca. He went on the Hajj, and so I kind of had them do a little thing on the geography of parts of Africa and Mansa Musa himself. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and I think I remember my password, because you know on these automatic when they remember your passwords, it's forget what it is. I never forget my. Plus I have so many usernames that it's Okay, so this is the opening page, and you can collect different things. You can create bookshelves, so it's kind of like a fake library a little bit. And the first one that I have is right here. This was the one that I created for my students last year, and it's on West African kingdoms, and it's chapter 13 in our textbook. And so I gave this to them as an assignment, and I sent them the link. If you have iPads, there's a LiveBinder app they can download, and then it opens up right away. And so this was their journey. They had to read a little bit about it for this assignment. Imagine you're a government official who traveled with Mansa Musa on his pilgrimage. You've been asked to create a travel brochure or presentation, and I let them. They could do any kind of summative assessment they wanted to. I had kids using iPad apps to create things. Some girls did actual maps. Some girls did brochures and things like that. But they had to use the information contained in what I gave them. And so I created all these tabs, and then here are the articles. So I here was one here from Harcourt School, so it takes them right to the biography that I want them to use for Mansa Musa. And this way I can find the right reading level for them too, and I'm assuring me that the sources are halfway decent. And then he was from Mali, so they had to go and they had to read a little bit about Mali. And then the Timbuktu one, as happens sometimes, is the links get broken. So if I want to go in here now and replace the link, what I would simply do, I need to be taller for this, the glare. I would go in here and I would search another website, and I found one here. Where was it? Here. If I could find this Britannica.com, you just simply click on the link, and then you go here to Timbuktu, and I'm going to go down here to the edit. Hard to see, the edit mode. And then what I can do is I can simply go to my Timbuktu, and I can delete this link. And then I can go ahead and put in the new link. I can insert it, and there it is. So now I have a new Timbuktu page. So then when I go ahead and I save this, now when my students see it, they won't have that broken link there any longer. One of the things I did too is I uploaded a PDF for them that they had to close the edit menu. I uploaded this PDF for them of his pilgrimage, and they had to they had a map of Africa they'd already given them. They had to trace the trade routes on there, and had to add the location of the salt mines and the gold mines on there. So this is a PDF that I uploaded and provided them. You can put YouTube videos up there. You can do all kinds of different things. So that's how I use it in my class with my students, because it gives me more control over the internet information that they're going to. And I can, since I teach middle school, 7th and 8th graders, I can also find appropriate reading material for them at their reading level. Now, another thing you can do is, let me go back here. Go back to my main, oops, leave this page, get the heck out of here. Okay. I need to go back to my binders. Okay, here's all my binders. I have some bookshelves here that I've already started. And so you can see one here I found on grant writing today. These are, you can search the public binders that people have on there. In fact, I was kind of shocked when I did my West African one. I didn't realize I'd made it public. So I went to check on it just a little while ago. I had like 1,000 people who had looked at it, and of course I flipped out because I'm thinking, oh my God. I'm older, so I'm still kind of like, people are looking at my stuff. I mean, it's kind of, I understand for the younger generation, you guys are all, and people had, there was like 3 or 4 smiley faces, and I thought, oh my God, what if they don't like me? Like Sally Field. So anyway, this is one that somebody else had created, and it's called Grant Writing for Librarians and Teachers. So I just did a search today of it, and you can see they have all kinds of things. There's a PowerPoint somebody's uploaded about grant writing for like, there's a shelf that has all kinds of information, a basic grant rubric. There's a whole bunch of grant websites. I wish I'd known about this for those bibliographies. It would have been, and you can see you can put subtabs here. So here's all the, here's some different, kinds of grants. So for us, for technology grants, it would have been nice to take a look at some of this kind of stuff. Also on my little shelfie food here, okay, for world history. Well, that's mine, anyway. I'm interested in project-based learning, so I've started creating a binder for project-based learning. So whenever when you do it on the iPad or on here too, you can have a little thing that will automatically bookmark a page when you get there, and it will throw it into LiveBinders for you. So as you're going along, it makes it pretty easy to do. Let me see what else here. Oh, U.S. history. I teach U.S. history as well. So here I was taking a look at here's Civil War resources for K-12 students. And so this person has different age groups, and then he's got different sub-tabs here that I can go to get information. So there are thousands and thousands and thousands of binders that are public out there, and you can go ahead and scan them, and then you can also save them into your own library. And then if you're like me and you realize that you've made a public one, you don't want it to be public, you can make it private and then just share with anybody who has the link. So for me, it's been a great tool. My kids really enjoyed it. I do it at the end of 7th grade, and I'm going to do one at the end of 8th grade this year for the Civil War, just because we spend a lot of time about how to evaluate resources. So this way it gives them an opportunity to see what I think are good, valuable resources too. So, anyway, then the search features up here, so you can go up here. If you go up to back to the home page, you can see all these different categories you could search. You can search by grade level down here. You can do writing, geography, and then you can just search right here. So like if you have an art history, you can just do search, and then it will give you all these different binders. You can kind of browse through them, and you can see if there's something that you might be reading. So it's like one of those web services. I might recommend that you. I know there's different apps on the iPad that do that, and note-taking app you just throw things into. But this is really cool because I can share the link with my students. What I like to do is that I can upload. I can upload I can upload my own documents and things up there too, which is nice. So it gives me a lot of flexibility. No?
I'd like to offer, though, why I use LiveBinders. You presented it as a social bookmarking tool, which is how I came across LiveBinders, but I use LiveBinders as an e-portfolio because it is, you can make it public or private. And then so I keep all my resumes and letters of recommendation, et cetera, in there, because now it's accessible so that if I do need it for somebody, then I can share it at my own leisure versus, I have to go find it. I have to go scan it. I have to go send it. So.
Well, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
So does that mean that if you have your resume there or whatever it is, you can email it from here to wherever you want?
You would send somebody the link.
And then everything is there for them.
Right.
Right. And if your kids have, for a one-to-one iPad program, there's an iPad app that is on there, and it's really nice because it opens it up right away. Your kids can create it, and then on Safari, there's a little LiveBinder thing that you can download web pages that you find right into LiveBinders, so it'll sort it for you and read it. But that's a good idea. That should be in 225D. When they talk about the portfolio thing.
I just got a grant so I can rewrite that. Yes.
Services that you have to get.
Yes. You'll be done with it, but thank you for the feedback.
I'm done with it
always
last
offering
year,
my
and that's a good
opinion.
idea.
Yeah.
Because we did a whole thing about electronic portfolios when I was getting, last spring in 225D. Had I known, I probably would have transferred everything over.
Oh, out of your.
Well, because you can, all of those documents are online.
Yeah.
I mean, you fill everything out online. You could have just easily done your portfolio online. I mean, I like tangible things too, but I mean, you could have just put everything into folders there.
But the problem with it though is there's so much redundancy. I think with that program, there's so much damn paperwork that you would have spent hours scanning things.
Well, no, but I mean, think about all of the things that you already had to fill out online, like all of the forms.
But what about all the student work and stuff?
Well, that you would have to do, but the forms, I mean.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.